Hey friends, we are back to implementing designs and stuff. Last night I was putting the kids to bed, and so I did a little bit of work. I'll just catch you up on what I did. Um, just a couple commits in the Rocket Rental repo. I think, yeah, this was probably the biggest one that's relevant to what we're doing today. The login component, we actually have two places where you can log in. You have the login page, and then when you're on a booking, you can actually log in place there. I don't know whether we've got a design for that or not. I hope we do. So how do I, yeah, we want design. Yeah, so when we're on a ship, there's this book now. But yeah, we don't have a design for the login. So once you hit book now, it should actually require you to log in at that point, just right here. So anyway, we had both of those, and there was just a ton of duplicate code there, and I knew that that was the case, and that was fine. So I reduced that dramatically, and in so doing, I made the decision that it's okay to have Zod in the client. I also did ESBuild bundle analyzer thing where you create a meta file thing, and then you import it, and you can see where your bundles go in and whatever. And I decided Zod is not small, but it's certainly not the biggest thing that I've got in my project. It's certainly smaller than the Remix and Remix router runtime and all of that stuff. So and on top of that, to make sure that Zod stays out of the client, you have to make sure that the Zod schemas are only in .server files and stuff like that. So it's kind of annoying. And so, yeah, I just decided it's okay to have it go to the client. So in so doing, I simplified the inline login, so you no longer have to pass the field metadatas, which means the loaders don't have to pass them along and everything. So that's quite nice. And yeah, I also, simplified this a bit. And yeah, no longer have to do that nonsense. Also switched from ARIA described by to ARIA error message, just because that seems more semantically correct. And then I also, again, explored Conform, and Conform has gotten a lot closer to what I want. I posted an issue with some feature requests, and so eventually, hopefully, I'll be able to just use Conform instead of my own nonsense that I have implemented so far that has fewer features that eventually I'll probably need some of those features, but we'll see. Anyway, pretty sure that things are going to be better once I can switch to Conform. So we'll see. Yeah, so that was one thing that I did. I also upgraded to the latest LightFS so that I can use the handy dandy proxy server so that I can get rid of where is it? Where's that? Yeah, the handle TXID stuff. So I was able to delete the fly.server. This basically became the library lightfs.js, and the proxy server, it inspired the proxy server that that Fly now will handle for you. LightFS will handle for you. I did bring in LightFS.js so that I can make sure that my migrations are only run on the primary. But yeah, that's no big deal. Okay, so what else did I do? Yeah, small fixes. I think this is just some simple, fixing. I just moved that for no good reason and fix some styles here. Oh yeah, so this one was kind of interesting. I noticed because the Starfield HTML was being sent by the loader, anytime I did a mutation, we'd get a new Starfield HTML, and that would end up showing up in the background. So you'd like change anything, like when we do the theme, when you change your theme, the stars are going to change position. When you log in, the stars change position. Like all kinds of things will cause the stars to change position. I just thought that was not great. And not even if you log in and it's successful, but any mutation, it revalidates the loaders. So yeah, I removed that from here, and instead I created this handy no hydrate component that all that it does is as soon as the from the server's perspective, I pass this function generate stars SVG, and I move that to a .server file. So this will only actually be defined in the server build. In the client build, it won't even show up at all. So no hydrate, it first calls this useState callback, and it says if the type of document is undefined, then return a call to get HTML. So on the server, this is where it'll go. It won't proceed to the next lines. And so our HTML will get dangerously set into this div, and that server render will work. Then when it's hydrating on the client, it comes in here and it says useState, type of document is defined. So we're going to say document get element by ID. We get the element that was server rendered. So it's not been hydrated yet, but it has been server rendered. It's in the document. And yeah, if there's not one, then we're going to just try and call get it. Like this should never happen. We're just going to grab the inner HTML and use that so that we can keep it consistent. But what's cool about this is that it means that we don't have data duplication. So the data is in HTML, and then we'll never change, that will never change. So there's like, we do have state here and stuff. Anytime this re-renders, we're never going to be changing this HTML. So we could make this a pure component probably, I guess. It wouldn't really make any difference. But yeah, effectively it's not, it is technically hydrating, but it's effectively not doing anything. So yeah, that's pretty handy dandy little feature there. Don't recommend it for lots of things, but for that it worked great. And then I fixed a couple of tests. So yeah, on the chat, let's see, yeah, I just fixed a couple console logs that were annoying. Yeah, so here I found a use case. So on the forgot password, you can type your username or your email. And so that's a union of two types that are different. The type, there's more than one unique type in this set of all these props. And so originally I didn't know what the use cases were, and so I just throw to do support unions with different types. That was added after I wrote the test for forgot your password, and so that test has been filling forever. Now I just decided, okay, it makes the most sense that the type will be whatever the most loose type would be, which is text. So if you've got a URL and an email, then I'm just going to say it's got to be a text. I can't really do much better than that. Still not sure about required. I'm pretty sure we'll just say if one of them is required, then they both have to be required. That makes the most sense to me. So I probably should have just done that. Then I fixed this because I noticed in my logs we were getting 404s for this, and I think that looks pretty cool. And then the thing that actually fixed the test, or the other thing that fixed a test, was the chat. It took a second to establish the connection for getting chat. So user 1 would open the chat and create it, and then user 2 would show up, and then user 1 would send the first message, and then user 2 would subscribe to be updated to those messages, and so it wouldn't get that message. Maybe that's a bug, possibly, but I'm not sure. Like, that's not something that's going to happen in the real world. Like, the difference is 200 milliseconds. So that fixed that test. And then because I wanted to try and get my build green so I could actually deploy. This also was something that the loader returned that it's no longer returning is that inline field prop. So I fixed that test. And then I noticed that the start script, start mocks, was not able to actually execute the mocks. It was actually still running Remix Serve, which we do not actually, I'm not doing anymore. I have an actual server, and I'm using TSX because the mocks are written in TypeScript, and so that ensures that works. So now that is all working. But the next problem that I've got to figure out at some point. Oh, neat. Do we have a PR? Hey, thanks, Amir. I didn't even... Did you just barely open that? Because I don't have that in my... Oh, I'm not watching this repo. Now I'm watching it. Okay, cool. List scroll buttons. Oh, okay, yeah, so this is my really annoying scroll to thing. Interesting. Oh, interesting. So we're just calculating where it is and just moving specifically that distance rather than saying scroll this into view. I think that's probably better, and I think I'm just going to accept it. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Thank you. Whoops, we do squash and merge in my repos. Yeah, that's very helpful. Thank you very much, Amir. Oh, just noticed a message. Okay, cool. And I've noticed we got 2 other PRs. Gee whiz, I just did not notice. Sorry. Yeah, it looks like we got a bunch of things in here. Thanks for this. Looks like I just noticed this. Okay. Oh, hey, there you go. That actually is what's breaking my action. So that's cool. Sweet. I just noticed this breaking my action today. Let's do this. Thanks a lot. Okay, sweet. Maybe that'll fix the action. That'll be sweet. Thank you, people who are helping. That's very nice. Yeah, okay, thank you. Taking 5 seconds on your machine. I have noticed this also. Build times are crazy slow, and I think that's why HMR is really slow for me. I'm not sure what's going on. So anybody wanted to dig in, you're welcome to. My bundles aren't huge or anything, so I'm not sure what's going on with that. Yeah, it's super annoying though. See here it says it built in 1.4 seconds. I don't know, and that done in 2 milliseconds. The whole thing though. Definitely took 3 seconds, which is a lot longer than it said it did. But maybe lots of that is node startup and whatever. I don't know. But yeah, it's super, super duper slow. If I just run the build for Remix, yeah, I don't know. That's crazy. Hopefully we can figure out what's making that take so long, because that is, I mean, it's not quite as bad as the good old Webpack days, but I sure would like it to be faster. All right, let's see what this is going to say. Yes, so a question about the server dying in the app. It does. I think this is a new bug with the new dev server that they implemented that has HMR and stuff. I fully expect that to be fixed by the next release. It seems to be affecting a lot of people, so I would be very surprised if that's still a problem in the next release. If it is, then I will definitely raise a stink about it, but I'm guessing they already know. Yeah, so hey, sweet, we got past this because that retry stuff. Yes. Okay, I hope these tests pass. It would be sweet to get an actual deploy of this thing. We haven't gotten a deploy in a long time. Rocket rental.space still looks like this. So it would be nice to get this actually deployed. I cannot wait to get some of these assets and stuff. This will just look so awesome. That just looks, that's the most epic picture I can imagine. That is so cool. Okay. So coming back, we're going to be doing the login. And luckily, oh, actually, you know what? I just noticed they don't have the footer. I think we should keep that footer though. With the logo and the theme selector and all that. I think they added that late after they'd already done this. So yeah, you'll just see it's at the bottom of all these. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be on the login screen too. Okay, so let's let's make the login form. So come in over here. We're going to go login. We're going to stick this side by side like we do. I was referencing that. We don't need that anymore. Okay. Man, this bothers me how big these stars are. They're not supposed to be that big, but it's when, like, whoops, given a certain dimension. Yeah, so if we shrink this, then those stars get smaller. And I like how small they are there. And they get really big here. Maybe I should change the dimension of the star field. That's probably what I should do. But I should not bother with that now. We've got to focus on the most important work. And the most important work is getting this login form looking amazing. So let's grab this also. Stick these two together. Whoa. Brave just died, totally died. Huh. Yeah, it did not shut down correctly, that's for sure. There we are. Okay, and now we can stick you side by side. Okay, login, TSX. Yeah, this doesn't do anything really. Except, yeah, it will have the welcome back. And yeah, this can be the inline login, all of this stuff right here. So Yeah, that's fine. Let's do... Do we want it to be center? Yeah, I think we do. I think, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's all fine, actually. I'm not sure what the padding X8 is for. Okay, I gotta sit down. Okay, so then we have our H1, welcome back. And we've got our P, please enter your details. And then we've got, okay, let's go to index TSX. And we've got our spacer and our big spacer. We're going to move this to components spacer TSX. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Let's see if I say spacer and I say size. I want to give this some JSDoc treatment. So I think H4, if I do that, and then H8, then I say size, no, okay. Yeah, I'm not getting anything. Okay, so I do get something right there. Yeah, I wish I could document these. Okay, I think we might be able to do this. If I do type for XS, you can't do 4 is the leading number, so we're going to just try this. And then if I say, or we could say maybe size, H4, 16 pixels. Okay, so then I say spacer, size. Where's 4XS? Rats. Well, that's too bad. Yeah, oh well. I suppose we could at least do this. There's no default. But, well, what else do you want to do? No. Okay, so for XS is H4, oops, 16 pixels. All right, Copilot, you can do the rest of this. This is as easy as anything. And is that as far as we go? Yeah. Let's just double check. So 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 30. Wait a second. 36, 40, 44. Okay. And 44 times 4. Yeah. Okay. Pretty sure Copilot got that right. Okay. So now, at least when I say spacer size. Oh, size. That's annoying that it collapses it. I wonder if I do this. Prettier is not happy about that. That makes sense. There we go. That is better than nothing. Okay. Extra, you know what? Big spacer is only an index thing. Cool. Okie dokie. Still need to organize this index, but I don't think that will be used in the workshop. I mean, it will be used. I don't think it will be important. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't think that we will work in it. Yeah. Spacer, size. Let's see what the size is between interior details. Huh. Hold on a second. Let me log in really quick. I never know whether logging in will show something that you shouldn't see. So just going to show my face for a second. Since I'm sitting, I'm looking very short. I actually tried angling the camera down since it doesn't fill the space when I'm standing. Like I still have some headroom even when I'm standing. But then you can see the corners of my where my green screen doesn't cover. So if I had installed my green screen just like 2 inches forward, closer to me, then that wouldn't be a problem. But it is like barely the perfect size with the lens that I've got. Okay, here we go. Share screen. So we're on here on the login, and now I can select stuff and see the distance here. 64, 16. Yep, age 16 is XS. That is helpful. Hooray! And then we've got a gap of 16 here and 20 there. Yeah, in fact, that is all that needs to happen on this page, and then we go to the inline login. So let's look at the gap there is 12. Man, I wish that it showed the size here. That would just be, yeah. Oh, I did not see this. Thank you, Wunmin. Oh, yeah, let's take a look at that. Chat test. Line 13 and 18 are the same. Yes, you are right. That is a mistake. Tests. Fix typo in test. I don't think I have a commit. Yeah, there we go. Thank you. And our action did fail. What a disappointment. Oh, it was a deploy that failed. Okay. Proxy database name required. Whoops. Database file name. Docker. Yep, we don't have that. Boom. There we go. Fix database file name issue. Oh, dang it. Reset soft head. Head. Back one. Okay. Git restore staged app. Okay. And back up here, except without the A flag. Okay, there we go. Hopefully we'll get a successful deploy. That'd be sick. And what's cool is that since Playwright passed, we should have... Oh, we don't. Do I not have a cache? I thought I set up a cache. Where do I have a cache? I think my website has a cache. Okay. Okay, and if we go to our workflow deployment, yes, generate site cache. Wait, yeah, here we go. Prime site cache. Wait, no. Yeah, I think we need both of those steps. Okay, so workflow deployment. Oh, snap, we're still doing this nonsense for the deploy. Good grief. Okay, we'll get to that. Okay, so when we do setup database, this runs this thing. So that is our prime site cache step. And the path is Prisma SQLite DB. We're going to call this the DB cache. And then I think we don't want to reset. We just migrate. Cache database. Okay. This means that if I ever need to make a breaking change, then I have to delete the cache first. So that's fine, because I shouldn't be making breaking changes anyway. Cache database in action. Okay, sweet. Oh, right, let's do just one other thing. And that is fix our build deploy strategy. Whoopsies, did not want to cut that. We're going to get rid of build. Pretty sure. Yeah, I can just Let me just borrow this really quick. And stick that back. Whoops. And I've got lint, type check, vtest, playwright, and no longer do I have build. Build happens as part of playwright anyway. And yeah, we don't need to worry about the deployable thing because we're not doing that. Am I on a profile? Where's my source control management? There we go. Huh. I'm just not seeing the stuff on the left that says we've changed stuff. What is it called? Huh. Yeah. So whatever. I don't know what to do about that. That's really annoying though. Okay, so let's add GitHub. What did I do? Oh, improve deploy workflow. This will be better. Okay, cool. I hope that works. Would be nice if it did. Vtest failed. That's actually not surprising. I need to rewrite some tests because we've got really slow tests, and those should probably just be in Playwright. I'm starting to formulate my opinions around what is appropriate in a Remix app to test with Playwright versus Vtest. It's pretty much comes down to lower level component and unit tests are with Vtest, and higher level actions, pages, all that should be Playwright, which is slightly different from what I've done in the past, where integration tests would always be with Jest. But now I'm thinking Playwright is pretty good with that type of test. So I don't know. We'll see where that leads us. It is break time, so I'm going to take that break and oh, cancel workflow. Let's look at that really quick. Yeah, I'll just do that real fast. And then I will take my break. Add upgrade old action. I should probably add an alt to some stuff. This is going to cancel Playwright. So oh, but it cached. Sweet. Oh, whoops. Migrate, deploy. I think that's what it is. Yeah. Good grief. Fix action, migrate. Okay. Well, hopefully that fixes that. Good stuff. All right, now I'm gonna roll. and take my break. See you in 5 minutes. Okay, sorry that was such an extended break. I decided to just grab something to eat so I could just continue until my meeting, which is at 1. So yeah, just gonna keep going through that. Okay, it looks like the deploy failed. It did start our server. And then started our app. CrossENV not found. Oh, that's easy. It made it pretty dang far. How is cookie and dev dependency? I feel like that should probably be a regular dep. Oh, and actually, Binode, we're not using that anymore. Okay, so and esbuild register. Yeah, we're not using that anymore either. Pretty sure we can just do this. Yeah, so we don't need well, maybe we need tsconfig pass for vtest, so we'll just leave that. But I think we can get rid of tsnode. Yeah. Okay, cool. So yeah, let's grab CrossENV and cookie and move these up to debs. Okay, fix up depths. Oh, dang it, I did it again. Okay. Yeah, uninstalling depths is a wonderful feeling, Amir. It is awesome. Okay. So who's bringing in tsnode, I wonder? Oh, interesting. Post CSS load config, that's coming from Tailwind. Huh. Okay. Okay. There we go. Anyway, that's not what we're doing here. We are implementing this. So, coming back. Our space between welcome back and enter your details is 12. And we don't have a spacer that's that size. It's also very small. So let's just say Heck, we'll do this. There we go. And then this will be probably, we've got H1s here. It's probably the same as what we've got here. Let's take a look at that font size 56. Yeah, that's way bigger. 14. Oh, right. Font sizes are different. We'll figure that out. Okay. Our text. What did I just do? Oh. Gee whiz. I think I just made the view smaller, but hopefully it doesn't bother you because it's really nice for me to have a little more space. Okay. So we're looking for 56 pixels. So 6XL is close enough. Text bold, or font bold. And yeah, that should do it for that. And then our subtitle, right, and this is also all that is centered. And it is 20 pixels. I think that's, nope. Wait. Large is 18. XL is 20. Okay, let's take a look at what we've got. Text white. Ta-da! Hooray! Looks pretty good. Okay, so next, we dive into it's interesting. It should not scroll. This should definitely not be scrolling. So let's figure out what's going on here. Yeah, let's do that. Man. I can't ever remember how to do this. What if we do... See, because this is in the root, and this is in the root, and this is in the middle. So if we go to root, we could say our body okay, here's what we could do. I think this might work. So our body is a flex container. And justify between. And then we've got our header, we've got our outlet that we will put in a div. Class name, flex1, flexible div. That is not behaving as I expected it would. There we go. I'm confused. See, the bottom is also a container and it has obvious breakpoints, but the top does not seem to be behaving. There we go. Okay, cool. Let's make sure that doesn't mess up this page. Yeah, that totally works. Man, for a second there, kind of felt like I knew what I was doing. Beautiful. Hey, that looks great. I think that looks really good. Happy about that change right there. Okay, cool. So then we go to our inline login. And this is our first opportunity to do our like regular inputs that we're going to have throughout the place. Oh, you can use space. Then you don't need flex. That was 4 minutes ago, so before what we just did with the root. I think we're talking about this probably. Yes, we could do that. Space y, what was it again? Was it 3? Yeah. You can get the same behavior. Yeah. Which do I like better? I like flex. I think I like flex better. We're gonna just go with the flex. Thanks though. Okay. Sweet. So coming over to our login fields. Let's look at our border radius on this input. Eight pixels. Rounded large. Okay. And our height is 64. Height 16. And we got width full already. We've got a border. They want 1 pixel. Yep, okay. And this is our color. And the let's look at they don't have an example. Oh, here it is. So the tricky bit is once we've typed something, then things kind of move. So the username is actually not here, you know what might be better when building this to look at the component for fields. So we've got the placeholder, and then once we have focus, it moves. I think that our label yeah, so this is going to need to be relative. And it's going to be a group. And then here for our, I think the label is probably the same. No, it's not. It's a different color from the border. Yeah, okay. Light gray. Okay, we've got RGBs right there. So what is hex to RGB? Does it let me? Oh, the deploy failed again. Bummer. This time, cannot find module my app. Well, I'll have to look at that later. Okay, so we're looking for 170s. Yeah, there's no 170 here. Maybe that's the closest. Don't worry, no, we're not leaving all those in. We'll get rid of those later. Okay. So this is actually going to be absolute. And let's see. Font size is 14. I think that's what text small is. Yep. And font weight is going to be the default. Normal is 400. Yeah. Okay. And we do that's 16 to the left, 22. Okay, we're going to animate the transform, or so translate x. We'll see about that. Oh wait, that's translate y, and translate x is going to be, was it 16? I think it was 16. I've forgotten. Yeah, 16. We need to somehow make it translate to the center. We'll figure that out. And then, let's see, transition, transform, and group focus. Oh, group focus. And we want it to translate y to be 14. Probably 12 would be best. And the font size changes to 10. Group focus, text 2XS. No, there's no 2XS. That's too bad. Let's just do XS for right now. And let's see what that looks like. Okay, well, so the group focus thing doesn't work. Maybe we need to do focus in, focus within, or whatever. I do not know who this call is from. Okay. I have a feeling that the group focus within thing is not well supported though. Okay, you'll notice because we're changing the font size. Yeah, that's not good. We want it to shrink. Like it's changing abruptly. We want it to shrink naturally. So there's no translate Z, is there? That's too bad. Yeah, we need the do they got a zoom? That's a Z index. Can we transition? Yeah. Okay. Animate text size CSS. I'm pretty sure this is possible. Wow. Using an animation, huh? That's interesting. Animate font size Tailwind. Let's see if anybody just did this with Tailwind already. Oh, actually, normally they have something down here for animation. No, rats. Wait a second. TW is a top-level domain? What? Huh, that's interesting. Okay. Is that Taiwan? I guess that would make sense. Okay, so coming back to Oh, okay, so transition all. Neat. Okay. I wish that I could. I wonder if I can do arbitrary values. Transition. Here. Transition. Font size. Yeah, sweet. Okay, so can I do this? We got rats. Okay, I think, isn't it possible to have multiple of these? Multiple transition CSS. Yeah, it's a comma, so I wonder if we did. So I don't want to do transition all. Whoops. Because I just feel bad when I do that. Like, I should know what I'm transitioning. So we do transition that. Looks like it got shoved to the front. Oh, right. Because the space is going to make it not happy. Here we go. Nice. Yeah. Okay, and we are not transitioning the font size, though. I need a underscore. I took care of it by not having a space. Thanks, though. Okay, if we do font size. Okay, that is transitioning. So that part works. It just appears that doing focus on this is not triggering the text change. Oh, because it is exactly the same. Cool. Okay, we got it. There we go. That took longer than it should have. Okay, so moving on to the next bit here. And that is the, honestly, I think the background should just be transparent because it looks like that's what's going on. So BG transparent. That was on the label. Whoops. Yep. There we go. Oh, that looks pretty good. Let's make the cursor or let's see, caret. Is it caret? White. Beautiful. And then this. I think we just need to have some padding. Yeah, okay, let's fix all the padding. Padding top. Yeah, man, we're like right between those two. Let's do that. And padding left. Actually, padding X should be 16. So 4. And the text, the font size, I said text large, but we actually want normal or base. Nope, small. And that is too much. Then text white. Okay, so yeah, that is not quite right. Yeah, let's zoom in. The gap between those two is too large, and it's too close to the bottom, I think. Yeah, that measurement is not working at all. Okay, so. Ooh, yeah. This is interesting. So I want the username thing to not only be there when I'm focused, but also be up there when there's a value. So the only time it should be down is when, actually, it's not when I'm focused. When I'm focused, it can stay put. It's just when there's a value. Huh. I do not believe that there is a way in Tailwind to say group has child that has value. I don't think that's a thing. This actually works out nicely because I'm pretty sure group focus within does not work in some browsers that are relevant. Maybe it does, but maybe not. So, in any case, we need trying to think if there's a way to do this in just CSS, and I just don't think there is. So we need a class or styles applied to the label when the input that's next to it has a value. I'm pretty sure that is possible with CSS. Okay. CodePen, you're supposed to be the one that I turn to whenever I have problems like this. So we've got a div, and we've got a label, hi, and we've got an input that has a value, yo. Okay. And then we go label input has value color red. Yeah, that was wrong. I think that's what I meant to do. Okay, so that's targeting the input. But I think we can do what is CSS sibling selector. Maybe I should bring ChatGPT into this. Yeah, is it the curly thing? Yep, that is not going to do it. Before. Yeah, and the answer is no. Yeah, that's not gonna work for me. I have this should be red. This should be green. How can I style or add CSS to style this generically so that a label which is next to an input that has a value, is green, and when it's not, or when it's next to a input without a value, it's red. Ah, interesting. I don't think... Yeah, that doesn't work. But what we could do is, what if we put the label after the input? We're positioning absoluting this stuff anyway. Let's just see what ChatGPT says. Unfortunately, the sibling selector only works if the label comes after the input, but I need it to come before. Thanks, Amir. Yeah, basically I need this. Whoa. Okay. Yeah, they just like add a gajillion classes. So definitely not a CSS only solution, which is fine. I was just hoping to figure out a way to do it in just CSS. And I kind of have an idea of what we could do. Because especially since it's position absolute, I can just put the label after. That's not a problem. At least I don't think I don't think that would be a problem. No dice there either. Pretty sure this would select the input anyway. Yeah, it selects the input. That selects the input, not the label. I don't think so, but I'll try it just to humor you. But yeah, that's not at all how what before does. That's not quite it either. Thanks anyway. I can't provide you with any more information. You don't get it. Okay, so we can go back here to this if we are willing to put the label after the input. And so if we put the label after the input, then we can do a sibling selector that says if the input, yeah, okay. Man, I hate to do this at this stage, but field TSX. Oh, it's break time. All right, we'll do this after the break. I'm going to take a break. See you in a minute. Okie dokie. Okay, so we're gonna do this. You need to have a field. Like you're not gonna get very far having like with consistency and stuff without a field component. So you're gonna have to have this eventually. Just want to make this as minimal as possible because these things are always so inflexible. Let's grab this. Okay, so we're gonna need a label. Actually, maybe it should be label props. Let's see, JSX, or what man, I hate this so much. Come on, Copilot. There you go. That's what I was looking for. You know what? We're not going to let you override class name. In fact, I'll say if label props class name, throw new error to do support class name prop in label props. Sorry, Kent, I didn't. Okay, I do that a lot. And then we'll have our input props. Okay, and then yeah, the error should be part of the field too. Yeah. So that's interesting. Right now, I just say render error UI, but since I'm making this a component, I could probably get away with just pass me your errors and I will display them. And what's interesting about that is then I can also say handling the props for you too for the errors. Yeah. Renderable errors. Yeah, maybe this should just be in forms. Yeah, this should just be in forms. Okay, and for the ID, we could do yeah, we can just do our own ID. Fallback ID, use ID, and that's right, exactly. HTML4. And you know what? We can do that here. And then aria error message. Something like that. Yeah, actually. In fact, we could probably do this. So that's handy. So then this will change a little bit. We'll see if I end up keeping it anyway. I would like to not use my own thing. Okay. So here now we've got our field label. Let's bring that in. Label props will be field username label props. And oh, right, of course. And then input props. With auto, nope. There you have it. And that's what that does. Then of course we also want errors. So we're going to change this. Okay. I don't hate it. Okay, great. So now that I've got that squared away, we can come in here and say, oh, actually, the label is going to come after. And here we'll say forms.module.css because we need to use actual regular CSS. I do not believe that we can avoid that here. Okay, so this is going to be a field. I didn't even notice this div. What's this all about? Huh. Yeah, forget that. Get rid of that thing. That is actually unexpected. Because this is position absolute. It should not matter. I think we need left 0. It'll probably need to be more than that. Oh, we're good. Cool. Does that look less smooth? That feels more smooth. Does that feel more smooth to anybody else? Maybe not. Let's look at what they're doing with that. Okay, so there's their label. Oh, man. Okay. Yikes. Yeah, it's all JavaScript, so dang it. That's too bad. There we go. Oh, they changed the scale. Yeah, that's what I should do too. That's what I was looking for when I was talking about zoom. I just forgot its scale. Yeah, that's going to look a lot more smooth. Okay, so coming back here, the label is scale. Oh, actually, that's a transform. So it's all just transition transform. And then still don't think that we're going to do this focus within, but scale. They're doing 75%, so seems reasonable. That's interesting. It is definitely shrinking, but it's not just going straight up. Now, how did they do that? Amir, this was very helpful. Thank you. I need to see a before and after, and I think transform origin. Ah, that's probably what we need. Yeah. Origin. Top. Where's top left? There it is. There it is. Yeah, that's way more smooth. Hallelujah. Yeah, that was very helpful. Thank you, Amir. Kenneth just asked about the useID hook. useID is a hook built into React 18 that server renders. The trick with generating a random ID is that you generate it on the server and then you go to generate it on the client during hydration, and they're different because it's random. React just makes it work magically. So that is the difference, or that's what it is. It's quite useful when you don't want to have to provide it yourself. In my case, it looks like I am providing it, but I think, yeah, there are many cases where I might not. Okay, anyway, this is still not the way that it needs to be because that. So we need to style it differently. So we've got our field. It's been such a long time since I've done CSS modules. So let's look at yes, I forgot. Very little documentation here. Yeah, there's like no documentation here. Aha. I'm pretty sure I know how to do this. So this would be field.label, or yeah, probably field, just label, or input. Where's my code pen? This thing. I just need this. So in this case, the label will be, yeah, we need like basically, let me just grab all this stuff. I bet we could do our apply nonsense here. I wonder. Yeah, pretty much all this stuff. Except the group focus stuff. Yeah, it's just this. Needs to only be applied field input not value plus label. Okay, so then this is class name. Let's bring in the styles, import styles from forms.module.css, styles.field. Okay, let's see what happens. Let's see if it blows up. It didn't blow up. That's good. And there's that. We do not get any styles. So this apply thing appears to not work. Here, let's just try this. Display relative. If I do that, do I get styles? Appears no. Oh, position. Whoops. I wonder what's going on here. Okay. Yeah, we are getting this stuff. I think I got things turned around. This. One of these used empty. Can I do empty? Is that a thing? CSS input empty sudo selector. Interesting. Can I use? All right, let's look for empty first. Okay, yeah, we've got empty. That's a thing. Maybe this. See, the problem with Stack Overflow is that it's just been around forever. And so answers 2016 are just like not relevant at all. Is anybody referencing empty? That explains that. Okay. So backup, placeholder, yada yada, placeholder shown. Looks like we're all good there. So an input whose placeholder is shown. Then we've got our label. Let's bring this back. See what that does for us. Maybe we need a placeholder. Yeah, okay, I think I did get this around backwards. But the trick is you need a placeholder for that to apply. Can I make that placeholder invisible? I think I can. Oh, you can set it as empty. Okay. Okay, and then let's get this back. You know what? I want to do this a little differently. Field input not placeholder shown. Label should be this. And actually, we also want this applied on focus. Yeah, and then this is if there is a placeholder shown. If the placeholder is shown, yeah, yep. I think that's what I want. Okay. Looks like I think we need to do, there we go. Okay, so on focus, this should scale down. So, this input is focused. So why are you not doing what you're supposed to? Okay, we've got our input. It's focused. Plus label. We got our label. Huh. Well, that's kind of weird. I think we might be getting... yeah, order matters. So if the placeholder is shown, then we do this. But if it's not shown or it has, yep, okay, pretty sure that'll do it. No, still, Ah, I got it. Not focus. There we go. I feel like there's probably something else I could do to make this a little clear, more clear. That's great though. That looks awesome. One of those times where you're like, yeah, I do feel superhuman. Yeah, Wunmin, we're 15 seconds behind each other. You and I had the exact same thought at about the exact same time. Good stuff. Okay, cool. So let's finish. I kind of feel like I want... yeah, this is fine. The label comes after the input, so we can use the sibling selector in the CSS to give us animated label control in CSS only. Yep, I'm really pleased with that. Yep, that looks awesome. Okay, let's make sure we're a little bit closer to pixel perfect because I think we are off by a bit. So here we are. Actually, let's look at one other thing before we get too far into this. And that is, do we see any... Yeah, we're not going to see any stars through this. So it's not that they're transparent. It's just that they match the background. So it's not BG transparent. It is the same as the body. We will need to parameterize this somewhere at some point. There we go. Yeah, that's better. You don't want stars showing up on your text. That would just be funny looking. Okay, so let's look at what else we got. Yeah, so the label position. I think we need to change our translate. Okay. Let's see, CSS translate center of parent. See what we can do about that. Translate. Yeah, so man, it's crazy what they do. Pretty sure that we could do this. Actually, yeah, it's the Y position. Maybe. Well, that's not. Minus 50% does not do what I want it to do either. And that's pretty wild to see it animating all over the place. Huh. Well, I'm not going to just do random numbers like that. That's 110% of what? Yeah, exactly. So what if we put the height? What if we say this is height of 100%, and then this is height of 30, or what's 16 times 4? 64. And then that doesn't really change anything here. 50%, what does each percentage point here mean? Maybe you can use ordinal instead of position. I don't know what ordinal is, one-min, but I will look that up. Oops. I've never heard of ordinal before. Is that what these things are? I don't know how I would use that here. Maybe this needs a height of 100%. Huh. Yeah, that makes sense. That would do that. Yeah, and then it just, yep, that makes sense that it would do that too. Whoops. Translate y to half the height of the parent. Break time already? Oh, gee. Yeah. Maybe I need to. I didn't think so. Box ordinal group is deprecated. Ah, rats. Okay, well, we're going to take a break. We'll figure this out when we come back. Okie doke. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Whoops. Hold on a second. Oh, also, yeah, I've got a meeting in 5 minutes. Dang it. Okay, got a couple of comments from folks. Order. I'm not sure how that applies to what we're doing here, because this is position absolute, so it doesn't really matter what order things show up. Okay, top 50% and transform 50%. Okay, let's see what that does. So we say top 50% and then the translate minus 50%. Is that halfway? That's as much as I can zoom in, but if we go like this, that's like 80-ish. And from the top, yeah, that's 80-ish. Okay. Yeah, that looks like the middle. It doesn't. No. What if it had like a... Yeah, that's the middle. Okay, we're going to go with that. Thank you, Kenneth. So we're going to say translate y minus 50%. And we're going to say top is 50, or is there like a top half or something? 2/4, huh? How about 1/2? And actually translate y 1/2. There we go. Okay, let's try that. Dun, 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 dun. Whoops. Huh. That's funny. No. So that's correct where it's at right now. And then translate. Yeah, when we translate it here. Okay. This needs to translate. Yep, I got it. I got my meeting. Just minus. Okay. And I can't trust. There we go. That does not look quite right. Yeah, that looks much better. Okay, cool. That's where we're going to stop it because I got to go. See ya. I will be live streaming later this afternoon, I'm pretty sure. Bye.